All right, welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Vintage. The focus is going to be Willie Mays. And we're going to start off with this recent pickup of the 1957 Topps in a really sharp 7.5 grade. So upon first glance, it might look perfectly centered, but it's not. If you look real close, there's a little more white border here along the bottom than there is over here. So overall, slight tilt to the image, but probably as good as it's going to get. I was looking at, in fact, that's one of my regrets, not buying this card maybe around 6 years ago or so, in a 50-50 centered PSA 8 for $1,400, and I buy it now. I had it in my watch list, and every day I'd go look at it, and I'd put my finger over the button. I just couldn't pull the trigger for whatever reason, whether it's I was buying other stuff or I didn't have the funds or whatever. But anyway, it got away, and I've regretted it ever since. And now 8s are 4x that, give or take, and they're not even centered as well as what I'm referring to from a few years ago. But this came along, and I thought this is the one, a little bit lower grade, nicely centered for the most part. And again, another one of those deals where, when I see something I like, I first see if I can find them offline, either via Instagram or some website that they might have for selling cards or whatever. And ultimately had to send my coded message via the eBay message system in such a way to avoid the eBay police from cracking down on it. But anyway, he found me, and we worked out a deal. Kind of went back and forth a little bit, but we settled on, I thought, a very, very reasonable price for both parties involved. He had a little bit of emotional attachment to the card and wanted to get a little more out of it, but honestly, I think it worked out well for both of us. So the 57 Mays, glad to have it. And then the other Mays cards that I own, to give a little more weight to this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other ones. So I have the 73, and this was a card I purchased a few years ago. I think I was doing a video called Stars from who were rookies in the 50s and ended their careers in the 70s or something like that, and I had chosen Mays and Aaron and Clemente, and there's a couple other ones in there too, like Brooks Robinson and Ernie Banks. But anyway, there's the Mays and a nice 8, and I think it's centered okay. Top, it's all right. It's a little off top bottom, but certainly meets the technical requirements of an 8 grade. And then have this 1968 that I picked up on a whim just because I like this card, and another high grade 8. Really nice centering too. How's the back on this one? I know 73. Yeah, notoriously off-center on the 73. And then here's the 68. Willie Mays. And then we go right to 1954 Topps and a PSA 6. And this is one of my COVID-era purchases that actually ended up working out, as far as, it's not cheaper now than it was when I purchased it. But a lot of what I did by, latter part of, I would say early 2021 into the middle of 2021, this one weathered the storm probably best. So it is centered nicely. There's a little more white here than over here. And again, so a slight tilt to the image, but nice clean copy. 54 Topps Willie Mays. And then the two big boys I got the 52. And these I've shown before in a variety of different videos across my channel. But the 52 Topps VG3, pretty popular card. And tough to find perfectly centered, I've noticed. I mean, even this one isn't perfectly centered, but it was probably the best I had seen. Left and right's okay. Top, bottom is where it's not as good, but overall presents, I guess, well enough for the grade. Nice clean image. 52 Topps, Willie Mays, and then lastly, the rookie card from 51 Bowman in a nicely centered 3. So that's the extent of my graded Willie Mays cards. Now, if I want to get real crazy, I can maybe put together his player run, the basic set, right? But that's a little bit of a tall order because I guess I have the big ones out of the way. But there's still a lot that I don't have. And I don't know what I would do there. Maybe, hypothetically, if I were to try to do this, maybe I would go in like the 6-7 range. But currently no plans to do so. But you never know. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode of Friday Night Vintage. Thanks for watching.